Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today is a pure brew challenge. We're playing Landfall in Pauper. So the idea from this deck was from a Patreon subscriber, Alan, and he said he wants me to make a deck that does two things. One, works off of Landfall, and then we're going to be gaining a bunch of life and trying to drain out our opponent. So we're going to be using Marauding Blight Priest. It says whenever you gain life, each opponent loses a life. And then we're combining it with lands in play. So we have Arboreal Grazer to ramp, a new card from Bloomburrow, Heaped Harvest, which also ramps. It's an artifact that you can deadly dispute, and it puts in land onto the battlefield. And we have 10 creatures that all gain us life when we have lands enter the battlefield. Then we have 5 ways to drain out our opponent with Blight Priest and Epicure of Blood. Some Snuff Outs for interaction, Blood Fountains for recursion, a ton of draw spells, and then a bunch of lands, obviously. We've got 8, I decided to play 8 bounce lands just because the Arboreal Grazer, but then also as you get into the late game, you just play a bounce land, and then you can pick it right back up, basically always having a land drop return, which I think is probably pretty good for continuing to close the game out. A Singleton Bojuka Bog makes sense to me, and then mostly forest and a couple of swamps. Because we have so much ramping, it's easy to get to the swamp and get that Snuff Out online. So we have 4 swamps plus 4 Heaped Harvest to find the swamp. I mean, maybe I should just add 1 more swamp here. So 5 forests, 5 swamps, mostly green bounces. But I wanted to make the Arboreal Grazer better. All right, we'll go ahead and go to 7 bounces. I don't know. I'm kind of, I'm working on the fly. I'm brewing here. So the sideboard, we have 4 Duress, some Cast Down, some Arms of Hadar, and some Deglammers. Once again, we are just trying to see if we can make this work. So I am trying to win 1 match, 1 game. We'll start with winning 1 game. Then we'll go to 1 match, and then we'll go to 2 matches. So if you're interested in giving me your own brew challenge, check out patreon.com/kalikaiz or hit me up directly. If you want sideboard guides, those are also on the Patreon. Make sure to like and subscribe and let me know what you thought about my deck, and my play, and the video. If you want to check out getting yourself a battle box, pick that out at cardmarket.com, the largest seller of Magic the Gathering cards in Europe. All right, let's go ahead and get into the matches. Let's have some fun. Okay, we're here in round 1 versus Apis 72 on walls. Snuff Out's going to be pretty important for us, but we have no extra lands. I'm going to mulligan. Okay, we've got a swamp, a growth chamber. I think this is, as good as it's going to get. It's going to be really difficult to beat the walls deck. Okay, let's try it. Our opponent offered a split, but we cannot get that. We have to just do our thing. All right, they play a forest. Caretaker. I'm looking to draw into... All right, let's just play out this Ichor Wellspring. I feel like maybe we should have played the Growth Chamber here, but I don't know. I was sort of trying to find a Snuff Out ASAP. Our opponent will play an Overgrown Battlement. I'm going to Eviscerator's Insight, see if I can find a Snuff Out. Nope. So let's play the Growth Chamber, pick up this, and I'm going to discard the Bojuka Bog. I'm going to play a forest. So right now they have 2 walls. They can almost go infinite. Axebane Guardian in play. They are going to drift. Finds Freed from the Real. So we basically have to find the Snuff Out or we're dead. So I think I go play this Jotty Offshoot. And then I guess play the forest. Go ahead and gain a life. Not that it matters. We're going to insight this, looking for the Snuff Out. Didn't get there. We're dead next turn, most likely. So I'm going to just Grazer and put the Growth Chamber into play. And pick up this forest. Maybe they won't respect the potential Snuff Out. So they have infinite mana here. Easy peasy. And what are they going to do? Interesting that they stuck it on the Overgrown Battlement. So now, because of Freed from the Real, it costs them 1 blue to untap their creature. Okay, there's the win condition. GG. This deck is going to be... It's going to be hard to defeat any sort of unfair deck. We're bringing in as many cast downs as possible. I guess we can cut on the Epicure of Blood because we don't need that many win conditions. And then the Bojuka Bog's not very good. Maybe I can just cut the Nectar Pods here. Although, it doesn't really matter that we're gaining a ton of life, so I'll just cut the more expensive Glade Hearts. I could cut the Blood Fountain as well. Maybe also for an Arms of Hadar. I don't really need the Blood Fountains. Okay, sounds like a plan. We're playing as much removal as we possibly can. Okay, we would like to play first. And not keep this hand. Okay, so we've got the turn 1 Grazer. Let's keep and put back the Swamp. Go land. Grazer in the Rot Farm. We're doing the thing. Okay, your turn. We can Insight the Grazer to draw some cards. Opponent plays a Caretaker. Let's draw. Find another Grazer. We'll go land Grazer. Put the Swamp into the battlefield. Okay, we have 4 mana on turn 2. We're basically a wall stack. Okay, what are you going to do? They only have 1 mana because the Caretaker needs another creature, but now because they played a Quirion Ranger, they can tap, untap, tap. They could play all sorts of stuff. Maybe something to give their creatures protection. They play a Battlement. So we currently have 5 mana. We have the Snuff Out. Okay. Murder this. Blast that thing. We'll go land. And I'm going to draw 2 cards off the Grazer. I mean, that allows them to attack for 1, but I think that's fine. And we have another Snuff Out. Plays a Utopia Sprawl. So they're on the double combo version, Elven Farsight from the opponent. Scry 3, then they can reveal the top card of their library. If it's a creature card, they get to draw it. Let's see if they reveal anything good. Plays an Elven Farsight again. They went bottom, bottom, bottom. I wonder if I should try to snuff out this Quirion Ranger. I don't think I should. Gets a Crashing Drawbridge. So I can untap the Caretaker, but that doesn't really do anything. So they have Crashing Drawbridge in hand. So we find a Grazer. Let's go Jotty Offshoot. Then we can Grazer in the forest and then Insight the Grazer. Try to draw another land. Grazer, put the forest into play. Gain a life. Insight the Grazer. Didn't get there. Alright, that's fine. So I feel like I should not blow up the drawbridge here. Plays Arbor Elf. They have 1 card left in hand. They untap the Caretaker. What are they going to do with their last card? They transmute. Finds Lead the Stampede. Okay. I need to draw some cards. I'm just going to Insight this Offshoot. Darn. Okay, we didn't really get anywhere. I'll pass. So they've got Lead the Stampede in hand now. Plays a land. Lead the Stampede. Let's see what they find. Tuck Tuck, Axebane, Shield Wall Sentinel. So the Shield Wall Sentinel can give them the combo. Plays the Axebane Guardian. And then they can just give everything haste. Tuck Tuck gives everything haste anyway, so I don't feel like I need to try to go after that. Plays the Tuck Tuck. Sure. Problem would be if they go for the Reaping the Graves. So, oh, they found a Lead the Stampede too. Nice. It's Axebane, Guardian, Shield Wall. I think we are super dead here. We drew a decent amount of cards, but didn't really get anywhere. It's in for 1. No worries. All right. Play my Nectar Pot. I'll play my Raising Glade Heart. We can stuff 1 combo turn. 1 combo this turn. Play another Grazing Glade Heart here. Then we'll just go Rot Farm, gain some life. And we're going to pick up the forest, play the Grazer, and put the forest back into play. Okay. We have to always yes to this. Gaining a bunch of life, putting the Grazer in play, putting the forest in play, gaining a bunch of life, passing the turn. So, can they win through a single Snuff Out? Probably. Plays an Axebane Guardian from hand. 2 Shield Wall Sentinels still in hand. Untaps their land. Drift of Phantasms is going to find... They even had the Drift in hand. Alright. I'm just going to go ahead and scoop. We can respond to this trigger and snuff out the alchemist, and then go ahead and concede. What they can do is shield wall sentinel for the drift, then they can get the reaping the graves and go off again. So GG, we'll see you in the next round. Round 2, we're on the play. Could not be combo walls, but that's okay. All right, so here we have our Epicure win condition, fast mana with the Grazer. Let's keep it. We can turn to the Gladeheart. Okay, Grazer, and we'll put the Rot Farm into play. Pick up our Forest. Our opponent's on Forest, so not good. Arbor Elf Gamer. Yikes. We will play the Gladeheart here. Pass the turn. So I guess I'm hoping that they're on the red-green monsters as opposed to a land destruction strategy. No attacks. Maybe it would make sense for this deck to be playing a Gates package so that we could actually attack with our dorky creatures as like a secondary win condition. Actually, that seems pretty good. Okay, they Utopia Sprawl on red, so now they have 4 mana. And what are they going to do? They're making red, green, and they cast an Arbor Elf. They have 3 mana. Cast Eldrazi Repurposer. Seems to be the monsters deck, which is definitely going to be better for me than anything else. And we probably want to go Jotty Offshoot, play the Rot Farm. That way we'll have potentially the 5 mana, play the Epicure of Blood, and start trying to drain them out. Okay, play the Jotty Offshoot. Then we'll play the Rot Farm and pass the turn, picking up the Forest. Still just hoping that they don't blow up any of our lands. Okay, a bunch of triggers. Gain some life. And we pick up the Forest. Your turn. We're at 23. So now, this next turn, it'll be turn 4. We play the Epicure of Blood, 1 turn ahead of schedule. And then we're just going to hope to start ramping. Ramp. Epicure of Blood can block the Repurposer. We can also throw the Grazer in front of basically anything. They're making red. Plays a Riding Chrysalis. I feel like I want to save the Grazer to chump the Chrysalis at some point. I think I'm okay with them swinging in for 3. Uh-oh, they're untapping. They got more things to do. Plays Malevolent Rumble, finding Yumina Tavern, Boarding Party, Wild Growth, Altasaur. So do they want to take the Boarding Party here? 2, 3, 4, 5. They cannot cast any of these things. Actually, they could cast the Boarding Party because the Malevolent Rumble gives them a spawn. They choose Altasaur instead. So they can't cast the Altasaur this turn. Swings for 3. Ouch. We get back to 20. Find the Heaped Harvest. Okay. Gain a bunch of life. This is kind of neat because next turn, I can Heaped Harvest and then sacrifice the Heaped Harvest, getting 1, 2, 3 land triggers plus another trigger for gaining life. Play the Epicure, pass the turn. Our opponent plays another Chrysalis. It's getting scarier and scarier by the moment. Oh, geez. I'm gaining 3 life for every land. Okay, here comes the Chrysalis triggers. I assume they're going to Altasaur now. They just keep making the Chrysalises bigger. Right? Yeah, no problem. They have to tap and untap the Utopia Sprawl land twice because it only makes 1 green. So now they have extra mana here. They can cast the Annoyed Altasaur, and let's see what they hit with the Cascade. It'll be interesting. We probably need to pay attention to their cascading just to see like what else is in their deck. Altasaur cascades into an Arbor Elf. Okay, we didn't see any of their deck. I think I'm going to not block with the Grazer this turn. We'll take the 10 damage. Maybe I could block with the Epicure. They don't feel like they want to attack with the Repurposer. Okay. So now we go to 16. Let's start with this Heaped Harvest. We're going to grab a land, grabbing a Forest. We gain a bunch of life. They lose 2 life. They're going to go to 18. Then we're going to gain some more life, get some more lands. Grabbing a Swamp. Okay, they go to 16. We're doing a thing. Play a Forest. They go to 13. And I'll pass. We're at 28. That was a nice turn. They have 1 card in hand after playing a Forest. They have 14, 20 power that they can attack with, even if they don't sacrifice the spawn. They're sending in the team. Everyone's coming. Okay. So let's go ahead and kill this. Kill your Arbor Elf. Block your other Arbor Elves. So this is going to be 16 plus 6, which is 22. Okay. They decided not to sacrifice the spawns. Interesting. So right now we're at 8. Find another Heaped Harvest. I think I'm going to start with this Wellspring though. Draw a card. If I can find another Drain effect, maybe we can get there. Or another Life Gain effect. I did not. Okay, so let's play the Heaped Harvest. Gain a bunch more life. We'll get a Swamp. Gain 3. Opponent goes to 11. We'll sacrifice the Heaped Harvest. Get a Forest. Opponent goes to 9. Play the Simic Growth Chamber. We'll go back up to 20 life. They go to 6. We pick up this. And now I can actually... So if they attack with everything, I have a block and a block. I think I'm going to now send in my team and try to pressure them. But then they just sacrifice these 2 things, right? So if I attack with these, they make these each 9. So it's 9, 15 damage. I'll chump here, and I take 16 total. They're going to just chump with the spawns and make their Writhing Chrysalises bigger, which makes sense. They stay at 6 life. If we can find a fast mana thing, like a way to put a land into play, then we probably have the win. No, we don't. We can only drain twice. Currently at 20 life. We play a Malevolent Rumble. Finding Avenging Hunter. Okay. A really good draw for me would be a Deadly Dispute or a Eviscerator's Insight. And we can sacrifice the Wellspring and try to draw into some stuff. I mean, we've seen a lot of our deck and haven't really drawn any draw spells. Actually, 0 draw spells. 1 Wellspring was our only draw spell. I assume they take the Avenging Hunter. They did take the Avenging Hunter. We just have to wait for them to cast it. They sacrifice their spawn. Casts the Avenging Hunter. They get a mountain. I don't know if they have a land drop this turn. Looks like no. Okay, now they're going to attack. 16, 20 something, 24, 25. Looks like they're just going to leave 2 blockers back so we can't take the initiative. All right, chump and block. We'll take 14. I'm looking for a Deadly Dispute. Find a Grazer. Okay, I guess I play the Swamp. Gain some life. I go to 4. Play the Grazer. Play the Swamp. Gain some life. Go to 12. I think we're just dead here. I mean, chump. I'll just attack with Epicure. See if they want to sacrifice their Avenging Hunter. Blocks with the Arbor Elf. So now part 2 of the initiative, Undercity. They get to forge their creature, probably putting on one of their Tramplers. Opponent has put their counters on their Avenging Hunter. Plays a Boarding Party. We're going to go ahead and scoop. That's fine. You know what? We didn't draw any draw spells at all. That's just kind of insane. Snuff out, Deadly Dispute. Deadly Dispute was coming up. We could have definitely won from there. Maybe I just need more Deadly Dispute effects. So I honestly don't know if there's anything I need to do for sideboarding here. I guess I could bring in some cast downs. Blood Fountain isn't going to matter. Let's submit it that way. I guess I should be looking for a hand that has card draw. Okay, we're on the play. I can go Jotty Offshoot. I have a cast down. So I have things to do turns 1, 2, and 3. Maybe that's good enough. Play my Offshoot and get the life gain train started. Of course, I don't have any card draw, and that's a problem. I told everybody I was going to keep a hand with card draw, but I can't really throw this hand back. They play a Forest. We're looking for them to play a... Alright, they didn't do anything. We'll gain a life. Pass the turn. I guess we're probably going to be able to get in with this Gladeheart. They're probably going to play a Malevolent Rumble here on turn 2. If they do nothing, that would be a very big surprise. They're going to play an Arbor Elf. I'll just start with the cast down here. Kill your Arbor Elf. Play a Gladeheart. Gain a life. Play out my Gladeheart. Pass the turn. We're going hyper aggro. 2/2 beats. They play a Forest. They have 3 mana now. They can play the Repurposer. Plays a Malevolent Rumble, finding Mountain, Forest, Allosaur, Generous, Ent. So they likely will take the mountain here, I guess. I guess the question is, do I want to snuff out their creature? Probably not. They might play the Avenging Hunter, and then I could snuff out the Avenging Hunter and get in. They do choose the mountain. Currently have 2 mana. They sacrifice. Are they going to rumble again? They do. Finding Repurposer, Arbor Elf, Avenging Hunter. Okay, so I think they're probably going to play the Avenging Hunter next turn. They're going to get wrecked by my snuff out. They choose the Avenging Hunter. Okay, this is great for me. Find Eviscerator's Insight. I wonder if I want to just Deadly Dispute this offshoot. I probably do. Let's attack. I mean, that ruins my life gain plan, but at the same time, I need cards. No blocks for the opponent. Play our land, gain a bunch of life. We go to 25. Deadly Dispute on the offshoot. This gives me a little bit more mana. Okay. Did not really get anywhere with that. I guess I can Eviscerator's Insight, sacrificing the treasure token. That might be kind of worth it at the moment. Okay. So this next turn we have Nectar Pod into Wellspring. Play the Rot Farm, gain a bunch more life. And we have the Eviscerator's Insight on the Wellspring to draw a bunch of cards. That feels pretty good. Come on, opponent. Please play your Avenging Hunter. You know you want to. Play a Writhing Chrysalis instead. Okay, fine. Now I'm scared. Guess I'll take my turn. Play the Nectar Pod. Play the Wellspring. I find a Jotty Offshoot. Play this Rot Farm. Pick up, whatever. We're gaining a bunch of life. So do I want to just blast their Chrysalis and get in? I think so. Pick up my Forest. Go ahead and murder this thing. Send in the Gladeheart. Now our opponent has 7 mana right now on the table. If they play out the Avenging Hunter, they'll go back to 3 mana available. Just having the spawns here to block helps them to keep the initiative for sure. We just need to find our win conditions, then we can start jamming. Okay, are they going to play the Avenging Hunter? They play a land first. Cast the Avenging Hunter. Okay, so we can just snuff out the Avenging Hunter and then attack. They have to sacrifice 2 spawns to block. Maybe we'll draw some other type of removal spell. Like at this point, Arms of Hadar would be pretty good. All right, I'll take my turn. Find a Heaped Harvest. Let's play this Jotty Offshoot. I'm gonna save the Heaped Harvest for a different turn. Play my Forest, gain a ton of life. Then I'm gonna draw 3 cards by Eviscerator's Inciting the Wellspring. Blast the Avenging Hunter and attack for 3. Come on! Yes, we found a win condition. Kill this thing. We'll attack. All of our creatures have power here, power and toughness. Snuff out is basically no downside in our deck, which is really nice. I guess sometimes finding the swamp can be difficult to do. Our opponent declines to block, which is weird. Okay. I'll just get a Forest out of my deck. Does that mean that they have another Avenging Hunter? Or do they have like a boarding party to get in? If they do play a boarding party, we probably just want to chump with the offshoot. They play another Chrysalis. So we're going to maintain the initiative here then. That is a big surprise. They're going to play another thing. Right now we don't have enough to go Blight Priest plus Heaped Harvest plus Deadly Dispute, unfortunately. But then the next turn, the next turn, it's going to be sweet. They probably have another Avenging Hunter in hand. I'm just going to assume they do. They're tapping for 5 mana with the Chrysalis spawn tokens. Yeah, there you go. Fair enough. But I think we're like so far out of range of them actually killing us that we're looking to be in a pretty good position. And our opponent's down to 9 minutes. We've used 5 minutes of clock, basically. They put the counters on their Avenging Hunter. Makes sense. They're going to pass the turn. How about some triggers? Here we go. Let's go Blight Priest. Put you to 10. And I'll gain 4 life. Here's the draining. We're doing the thing. Okay, you're at 10. Play the Heaped Harvest. We'll grab Swamp, I guess. And put you to 7. Pass the turn. We're at 32. It's like a weird Soul Sisters Landfall deck. Now our opponent gets to go into Trap. They can put us to 27 with the -5. And then they currently have 14 power to get in. So not going to be able to kill us this turn. And we are going to get the combo win on our turn, which is pretty sweet. They're goading my Blight Priest, huh? That's fine, because it's not going to matter. We can deal them 9 from all of our life. Well, actually, maybe even more. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sacrificing. So 3 mana, plus another 2 mana, plus another 2 mana. Maybe I'll just start off with Deadly Dispute on the Heaved Harvest to try to find another Blight Priest, and then I can train them even better. They Wild Growth their Forest. Plays another Chrysalis. Does triggers upon triggers over here. They're attacking with their 2 big creatures, which is fine. I'm not going to do anything about that. We'll just take the damage. We go to 20. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. Start with Deadly Dispute the Heaved Harvest. Find a Rot Farm, so there's a couple of ways for us to get extra lands in play. We will go ahead and put a Forest onto the battlefield. Our opponent goes to 4. Deadly Dispute is going to resolve. Find another Gladeheart. So I can just play the Gladeheart and then play another Heaped Harvest. Our opponent has conceded with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left on the match clock. Can they actually defeat us? Didn't bring in all my cast downs? More cast downs. I feel like maybe I just go like full on removal mode. Go into the try to not die. Yeah, we're gonna cut the Epicure Blood. The draw here. I'm gonna keep this. It's sketchy because we don't have a turn 1 forest. Our green source is on turn 3. But we can accelerate a little bit if we find another land. Wish I could get a forest right now off the top so I could just go for it. Yes. So Grazer. We put the Rot Farm into play. We get to kill their Arbor Elf next turn. The next turn is going to be like, kill your Arbor Elf, play the Grazer. Put another land in play. Then we can start using the Eviscerator's Insights to sacrifice our Grazers and draw cards. Currently our opponent has 3 mana. Now they have 4 mana. So this is the tension here. Like, having the bounce lands is great, but the turn 1 forest is actually pretty important. They're passing without using their mana, which is awesome because I'm going to blast that thing, put them back to 3 mana, and Grazer in a swamp. We have 4 mana on turn 2. Pretty nice. No attacks. They weather the storm. That's not good for you. That's not good. I'm totally fine with that. So they've put a non-effective card in their deck that doesn't help them win. And they only have 4 minutes on clock. Let's start with Deadly Dispute this Grazer. It puts another mana on the table. Find a Gladeheart. So I'll go Gladeheart and then play the Forest. Just to make sure that I get that life gain. And really stall as much as possible. Pass the turn. They have 5 mana now. They have the initiative that will probably help them with their clock problems. Okay, there's the Avenging Hunter. That's not great. They find a forest off the initiative. Let's insight the Grazer. Looking for anything that I can insight again. Ooh. Snuff out this. Sweet. I'll attack, take the initiative. That was awesome. Okay. Grab a swamp. Play the swamp. Well, let's start with play the Wellspring. See if I draw a 1 mana creature. We didn't. Play the swamp. Deadly Dispute the Wellspring, looking for maybe another Snuff Out. Find Cast Down and a Wellspring. Let's pass. So now our opponent needs a boarding party. They have 6 mana. Okay, looks like they have the boarding party. Oh, they have a Generous Ent. Well, that's not great for them because I'm just going to blast that with my Cast Down. Can't believe it. We're doing the thing. Maybe this should just be more of a removal-based deck. Make my thing a 4/4. Draw a card first with the Wellspring. Okay, find Aqueduct. Let's Eviscerator's Insight this Wellspring. I'm just trying to find anything that can give me more life gain. Didn't find anything. Kill this Generous Ent. Play a Forest. Go to 22. And can play this Wellspring here. In case I draw a Snuff Out. Did not draw a Snuff Out, but I drew a Heaped Harvest. We're going to be gaining a lot of life next turn. Opponent's at 23. They play an Avenging Hunter. Okay, so we're going to try to find another removal spell. They get to go into Forge and forge up their Avenging Hunter. They could maybe go into Scry as well. They currently have 3 minutes on clock, less than 3 minutes. We're at 22. I think we're in a good spot overall. We need to kill this thing. We've used 1, 2, 3 of our spells. So we have 3 snuff outs and a cast down left. Lots of Eviscerators inside the Wellspring. Could also have played the Heaped Harvest first. Find a Blight Priest and a snuff out. Okay, I'll play my Blight Priest. Play a Forest. You drain, you 1. Play the Heaped Harvest. Grab another land. This feels good. Get a Swamp. Drain, you 1 again. Go ahead and snuff out your Avenging Hunter. Attack for 4. Get to trap you back to for 5 more damage. Trap. Donk. Okay. You're at 12. They're gonna play a 6-drop again. Oliphant. We get to go into Archives and draw a card. We find a snuff out again. Sweet. Let's play this Jotty Offshoot. And I'm going to Eviscerator's Insight my Heaped Harvest, drawing 2 cards, getting another land into the battlefield. Almost out of basics. Okay, they go to 10. Find a Grazing Gladeheart. I'll play that. Play my Rot Farm. Drain him again. Nice. I think we just win this turn. I'll go always yes here. We're zooming. Okay. Pick up a Forest. Go ahead and snuff out your Oliphant and attack you for 7. Sweet. We did it. We did it. Block didn't even matter. I guess this should just be a removal based deck. Good times. We win the match. We're 1-1. Let's go to round 3. Round 3, we're on the play. Sort of learning what works in the deck, and we have no basics, so we have to mulligan this one. Darn, we're gonna mulligan again. The problem with my mana base here. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we're keeping, I guess. So we have to keep these cards, and we'll put back these cards. The Jukabog, turn 1. Basically, this allows us to dig out of our mulligan the best, having the Wellspring and everything. Our opponent is on probably Black-Green Gardens, which I feel like is going to be a big, tough matchup. Highly tough matchup. Because they're just going to kill everything we do. It's going to be a grind. They play a Swamp and pass. I'll go ahead and Jotty Offshoot. Then I'll play the Forest into the Wellspring. Get a little bit of life gain. Opponent's like, what? Okay. Find a Growth Chamber. I mean, maybe at some point we can just go so far over the top of them by having so much mana in play that it won't matter. A Deadly Dispute. So here they have the potential to cast their Monarch on turn 3 because of the ramping from the treasure token. And they have the Monarch. Oh, Writhing Chrysalis. I'm a little bit less scared of that overall. Lead on Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. Find a Heaped Harvest. Snuff out. We can't use yet. I guess we could. I think I'm just going to Growth Chamber and pick up the Forest. Pass the turn. A Tiding Blade away my creature. Plays a Twisted Landscape. They are going to crack Writhing Chrysalis. They play Nile Spellbomb. They've got a 3/4. Okay. Play my Heaped Harvest here. Grabbing a land. It's going to be the Swamp, I think. And play a Forest. Crack the Heaped Harvest for a Swamp again. Pass the turn. They crack their Landscape for a Mountain. If they play the Avenging Hunter, I think it's just over. Just another Chrysalis, okay. Wonder if they're going to make the other Chrysalis huge. Gets in for 3. That's it, okay. We have nothing going on. I'm just going to concede. Like, what are we going to do here? Nothing. Darn. We did mulligan to 4. I think I just need more card advantage. I think I'm gonna cut the Snuff Outs and bring in Duresses. Try to stop them from being able to beat what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna just try to use my draw spells to go over the top of them. They can't snuff out my Priest and Epicure. Not sure if this is the right play, but that's what I think I'm gonna try. Just need more, like, maybe I need to be on some amount of extra card advantage. Let's play first. So what do we have going on? Essentially nothing. We can grazer into and then turn to insight. I guess that's okay. Play the grazer. Jukebog on you. They play a colony garden. I could try duressing. I think I'm just going to lead on this wellspring. Now that I drew that, pass the turn. I can use my Eviscerator's Insight to draw a bunch of cards off this wellspring. They play a swamp. Will they Tiding Blade away my Arboreal Grazer? I decide not to. Find a Golgari Rot Farm. So if I Eviscerator's Insight this, I'll go to 8 cards in hand. But let's just duress them first. And they are going to Deadly Dispute. Take away any other card advantage they have in their hand. Fanatical Offering. Play the Rot Farm. Pick up the Forest, pass the turn. So they've got a Thorn. Fanatical Offering that we took, I think. Plays the Thorn. Playing a Writhing Chrysalis. Let's duress them again. So double Thorn and Chrysalis. Alright, I'm going to Eviscerator's Insight this Wellspring. I just duress their cast down for getting this Epicure and Blight Priest going. Oh man, we don't have any lands now. We're in lands deck and we didn't find any lands to play. Hopefully I find an untapped land and I can go Gladeheart into the Wellspring. Play a Thorn in the Black Rose. So now they're going to just draw a ton of cards. You know what they have in their hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is probably what they have. They draw a card. Okay. Play the Grazing Gladeheart. Gain some life. Play a Wellspring. Draw a card. Another Blight Priest. So I think I probably want to, if I draw land, I'll go Blight Priest into land into Gladeheart. They have 5 mana now. Cracks the landscape for probably the mountain. They have picked the mountain. They're going to get in for 4. Okay. They get to draw an extra card. An Arboreal Grazer. Let's Eviscerator's Insight the Wellspring. Trying to draw lands. Find a Heaped Harvest. It's kind of like drawing lands. I think I'm just going to play another Gladeheart. And then play the Rot Farm. That gains me 4 life. I can pick up a land. Pass the turn. I have 6, 7 mana. So next turn I can go Blight Priest into play a land. They kill my Gladeheart. Interestingly, they hard cast the Snuff Out. Cast another Chrysalis. Sure. Average day. Still have a Thorn of the Black Rose in hand. Gets in for 4. 5 total damage, okay. So I think I'm going to go play the Blight Priest. Play another Blight Priest. Play land. Pass a turn. Opponent goes to 18. This next turn we're going to sacrifice the Grazer probably. If they are presenting lethal. If not, we can go Heaped Harvest, Dispute the Harvest. Then into another Heaped Harvest. Okay, looks like they're going to play yet another Chrysalis here. Right now they have 11 power on the table. They're cracking all the Chrysalis tokens. Plays an Avenging Hunter. 8, 14, 15 damage coming in. So I have to block with the Grazer. Hopefully they don't have a cast down. What? They're going to leave their creature back. So this is 14. Okay, no blocks. We go to 1. Can I find another creature that gains me life for a landfall? Cannot. So we'll start with Heaped Harvest. Get a land. Our opponent goes to 16. We're going to Deadly Dispute the Heaped Harvest. Opponent's going to go to 14. Grab a land. We go to 5. Did not find another land. I think I just play another Heaped Harvest. Or I could go Eviscerator's Insight on the Arboreal Grazer. Try to find a land, and I can play another Arboreal Grazer to get the land into play. Let's just sacrifice this. Didn't get there. Okay, we'll go to the next round. Match 4, we're opening a no-lander again. Into another one. No! Okay, this is just how it is. Alright, we have 1, 2. We mulligan to 4. So we probably have to just put back these cards. Oh wait, that was wrong. I should have kept a swamp. Messed that up. Now I can't use the Deadly Dispute. Rough. Okay, what's our opponent going to do? Play a Draw's Forge Bridge. We can lead on the Jotty offshoot. And I'll probably just try to Deadly Dispute it. They don't do anything. That's weird. But we have the Heaped Harvest coming up, so I would rather Deadly Dispute that. We'll gain a life and pick up the forest. Okay, they play an Ichor Wellspring. And now we'll go Swamp, play a Heaped Harvest. They're probably playing Affinity over there. Grab another Swamp. Go to 23. So this represents 4 card draw. We can Deadly Dispute the Heaped Harvest and then Deadly Dispute the Treasure Token. They're going to Blood Fountain. Let's see if they have a Refurbished Familiar. Our deck is pretty soft to a Krark-Clan Shaman as well. They play a Mirror Enforcer. We have a Blight Priest. So let's just play that out. Get that going. Opponent is currently reading the card. Okay, put you to 19. We'll Deadly Dispute the Heaped Harvest, put them to 18. Grabbing a forest this time. And pass the turn. We have another Blight Priest. They play a Silver Bluff Bridge. Krark-Clan Shaman. They're going to go ahead and wipe the board. Yeah, they sacrifice 3 artifacts, killing everything on my side. Okay. So now we're just going to rebuild. We go to 21. They lost a lot, but they did get to draw a card off the Wellspring there. We're going to play a Wellspring. Draw a card. Actually, we have a Blood Fountain now. It's interesting. Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. Finding a Grazer. An Insight. Play this Blood Fountain. I'm going to Grazer in. Play the Aqueduct. Pick up a land. Grazer, put the land into play. Right now we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. We can spend 4 of it to get back Offshoot and Blight Priest. Play those out. Play the Forest. I guess I'm not playing the Forest here. We're going to discard the Forest. Okay, I'm not going to block. We draw out Rot Farm. Pretty good. Get back Priest Offshoot. Play the Jotty. Okay, now we get to play our Marauding Blight Priest. And Rot Farm picking up. We might want to not pick up a regular land, but I think it's fine. They're going to kill the Blight Priest this turn. Don't know what they're doing. They cast down the Blight Priest. Okay. Pick up a land. I could have Deadly Eviscerator's Insighted the Blight Priest. That would have been maybe a smarter thing to do. Plays a Great Furnace. 3 cards in hand. Swings in. But we have a reach creature that can block the Refurbished Familiar. They can start getting back their Krark-Clan Shaman with a Blood Fountain, which is kind of stinky. I'm going to use my blue mana here to play the Blight Priest. Then drain them 1 with this Forest. Okay, drain you 1. You're going to kill my Blight Priest. I'll just Deadly Dispute it then. We have 3 more of those in our deck. Let's Deadly Dispute the Arboreal Grazer. Eviscerator's Insight. Sacrificing the Blood Token. Play a Kanzadu Nectarpod. Hot. And then I'll pass. Opponent plays Makeshift Munitions. They get in for 6. Go to 9. They Deadly Dispute, sacrificing a land. Plays another land, 2 cards in hand. There's a Refurbished Familiar. Okay. Well, I guess we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. I guess I can discard the land here. Start on the Wellspring. Opponent is having a hard time. We're going to Eviscerator's Insight on the Wellspring, trying to draw in some lands. Finding Gladeheart. And Snuff Out as well. Play this Gladeheart. Play a Blight Priest. Play the Forest. Drain you 3. And I think I'm just going to play this Grazer as a blocker. And Snuff Out their Mirror Enforcer. Currently at 9. They have 4, 5 mana. They can probably kill my Blight Priest this turn. They could always just Blood Fountain and then murder the whole board with the Krark-Clan Shaman. Instead, they're going to Deadly Dispute their land away. Plays a Wellspring. Plays a Silver Bluff Bridge. What do you got? They have 3 mana available. They're going to start pinging my creatures. Okay, they're going to sacrifice their artifacts just to take out the Blight Priest here. Okay. We're playing super awesome but very janky brew, and our opponent is playing one of the best decks in the format. And they still feel like they're behind and they're afraid. We're gonna block. Easy block. We go to 7. I'm looking for a heaped harvest. Did not find a heaped harvest. Let's get in. Then I'm going to Eviscerer's Insight the Grazer. Looking for lands. Okay, we found lands. So now I can go play the Blight Priest. Play the Swamp. Gain a bunch of life. And then play the Heaped Harvest. Gain a bunch more life. We'll put a land into play. This puts them to 4 or 5. Okay. And then we can Heaped Harvest. And we gain some more life. Put them to 4. Oh, we actually put them to 1 here. Wow. So close. 2, okay. No, 1, yeah. Pass the turn. Play a Nile Spellbomb. That stinks. Right now we're back up to 22 life. Wow. They're gonna throw their stuff at my Marauding Blight Priest. So that is the 4th one in the deck. So the only thing we have left in the deck is one of our Epicure. My Viscerer's Insight's currently in the graveyard, so if they now Spellbomb it away, then we're kind of stuck just top decking. They can't afford to attack. I think this should be another matchup where we just turn into a removal deck. Like, really, you're attacking? Interesting. I guess they must have a Reckoner's Bargain to sacrifice the Refurbished Familiar. So I'm going to start with the Wellspring. They don't do anything. We will Viscerer's Insight on the Wellspring. You can gain a bunch more life here. So let's attack. I guess they're dead unless they have a Reckoner's Bargain. They have the Reckoner's Bargain. They go to 5 and then back to 3. 2? They go to 2. Okay. And I'll play my Grazing Gladeheart. Play a land. I wonder if I should just play the Grazer. So I could play the Grazer, play the Rot Farm, pick the Rot Farm back up. Just gain a bunch of life. Still have Snuff Out that I can cast. Put the Rot Farm onto the table. I think I'm just actually going to pick up the Growth Chamber here. Now we're at 30. Pick up the Growth Chamber. Pass the turn. It would be really hilarious if we won here, but I feel like our opponent kind of threw. There were a couple of moments when they just did not get back to Karkland Shaman. We have a bunch of attackers. They're going to get rid of my graveyard. Every turn I can just play this Growth Chamber and gain like tons of life. It is 6 life every turn. Plays a Refurbished Familiar. Okay, I'll discard my land. We have another Gladeheart. Okay, we're swinging in. Send the team. They're going to go to 1. I'm going to pass, actually. If they use the Blood Fountain to get back Karkland Shaman Mirror Enforcer and they somehow cast the Mirror Enforcer, I can snuff out the Mirror Enforcer. Maybe I should have played the Gladeheart. They can also just kill my creature with their makeshift munitions. Gets back Rat and Karkland Shaman. I guess they rat me here, and my Snuff Out dies. I can attack, I kill their rat, and they have the Karkland Shaman killing my Gladeheart, my Nectar Pod. Okay, they decide that they want to play the Karkland Shaman first. So all I have to do is kill this, then they have to sacrifice 3 things. I'll just be down to 2 lands. Okay, let's see what they want to do. Go cast Snuff Out on your Karkland Shaman. Once again, it's just confusing all of our opponents. They sacrifice most of their lands. Okay, my board's gone. Find Offshoot Gladeheart. Play the Offshoot. Play my Grazing Gladeheart. My 2/2 beater. It's going to get in there and win the game. Now they can cast the Refurbished Familiar and draw a card. Play the Blood Fountain. Once again, our opponent really having problems with time management. Okay. We have a win left in the deck still. It's annoying. Pass. They play another Refurbished Familiar. Pauper Grief, doing work. Plays another land. Thinking, how can they win the game? Plays another Spellbomb. They attempt to get in and then they don't get in. Have an Eviscerator's Insight. Sacrifice the Offshoot. And my Heaped Harvest. I'm gonna get a land. No lands left. We'll sacrifice the Heaped Harvest here. Draw some cards. And I find my Epicure that I can win the game. No lands left. We have all our lands out of our deck, all our basics. Play the Blood Fountain. And Growth Chamber, picking up a land. Gain 2 life. Well, let's see what our opponent's going to do. I want to use the Eviscerer's Insight to sacrifice the Blood token. I also want to use the Blood Fountain to get back some of my life gain creatures. But they have the Spell Bomb in response, and then they get to draw a card off of that, which makes me not want to do it right away. They Deadly Dispute, sacrificing the Blood token. 2 cards in hand. So they have 4 mana right now. Get in for 2. I'm going to attempt to get back my 2 Glade Hearts. They're going to sacrifice the Spell Bomb in response. So really, I think what I would have maybe done would have been to kill my Glade Heart with the makeshift munitions and then sacrifice the Spell Bomb so I don't have any Glade Hearts left. Find a Snuff Out. Eviscerer's Insight the Blood token. Okay. Play my Nectar Pot. Play my Epicure of Blood. Let's get it done. Gain some life. Okay, I guess you're dead. GG. We did it. Sweet. All right, bring in the Deglammers. I guess Snuff Out's not as good as maybe Cast Down. Maybe it should just be like 4 Deglammers, 2 Snuff Outs. Can get rid of these Nectar Pods. Glade Hearts, well, seems like attacking them was better than not. So I'll get rid of the 2 Jotty Offshoots. Maybe I should be on all things that can attack. I mean, best case scenario is we just Deglammer their land a couple turns in a row and they don't make any more land drops and then we win. We have the Deglammer. That's not until turn 3 though. But this hand is probably okay. Another untapped land or a Grazer would be pretty sweet. Opponent plays a Vault of Whispers and a Blood Fountain. So they're definitely going to be going for a Refurbished Familiar here on turn 2. So I guess I will discard my Eviscerer's Insight. Okay, they do the Refurbished Familiar thing. Play the Rot Farm, picking up the Forest. Plays another land. Blood Fountain. Gets in for 2. So should I try to take them off of lands? Go land. Play the Blood Fountain. And then Deglammer your red land. Play another land. Gets in for 2. Deadly Dispute, a Blood token. That gives him another treasure token. Let's go ahead and play a Glade Heart. Play a Rot Farm and pass the turn. We're gaining some life. I think this turn I'll just go Heaped Harvest, crack the Heaped Harvest. Even though I do want the Blight Priest in play. They Deadly Dispute, another Blood token. They get in for 2. Okay, we have no chance to block. Play a land, go to 18. Play the Heaped Harvest. We'll go to 20. Getting another land. Crack this. Get another land. Go to 22. And then 25. And attack you down to 18. So this next turn we have Great Heart into Blight Priest into land. Put you to 16 maybe. Looks like they're going to kill my Glade Heart with a Cast Down. We have 7 mana. Plays a Kenku. That's going to make their Mist Vault Bridge a 3/3 flyer. They're going to get in for 5. Okay. Right now we have 8 mana. Double Blight Priest. We can Glade Heart into Forest into Eviscerer's Insight the Blood token. Forest. And then draw 2 cards. Pass the turn. We got a Bojuka Bog. That's a land drop that we can make. We have 8 mana. We can go Blight Priest, Bojuka Bog. Then drain you 2. They can't attack with the Kenku right now. They will attack for 5. Question is if I want to try to take out this Kenku or not. Could even like snuff out the Kenku. Play a Blood Fountain. They have 1 mana available. Let's play a Blight Priest. Play another Blight Priest. Bojuka Bog. I guess I want to snuff out in response. They can't get their Kenku back. We'll go to 19. Murder this thing. Get rid of your Kenku forever. Play the Wellspring. Draw a card. And attack. Alright, a Nectar Pot is cool. Nectar Pot. You can play the Deadly Dispute and then try to Nectar Pot and gain some life. There's the Clan Shaman for our opponent. Can't say I didn't see that coming. But they're going to wipe the table. Only have to sacrifice two artifacts. And then they Reckoner's Bargain, sacrificing the Clan Shaman. I have nothing left. It's in for 5. I think I still want a Deadly Dispute first. Do need to get the Blight Priest back. The Growth Chamber, so I have another land drop. Well, Deadly Dispute here. 4. I find another Blight Priest. And a Grazer and a Heaped Harvest. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So let's go play the Blight Priest. Play a Nectar Pot. Just go ahead and pick up the Bojuka Bog. Drain you. We go after the Blight Priest. That thing's dead. Okay, so no draining occurs. We'll pick up the Bojuka Bog, then Grazer it back in. That will make sure that they cannot bring back their Clan Shaman right away. And we can block this Refurbished Familiar with the Grazer now. Now we're going to go Blood Fountain, get back the 2 Blight Priests. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. If I get Blight Priest and... yeah, it's just going to be double Blight Priest. They kill my Grazer. I guess I could just get back the Glade Hearts? I don't know. I'm trying to think this one through. I do want to win the game, obviously. We have 4 mana. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. This costs 3. We need to get that Landfall going. So let's Blood Fountain, getting back Priest and Bladeheart. I guess just Priest is fine. Then I can play the Priest, play the Heaped Harvest. Yes. We will get a land. Drain you. Gain some more life. Get another land. Drain you some more. So they're going to go to 15. We're at 9. I guess we're dead to... no, now we'll go to 12. Drain some more. Okay. Need another land drop, though. They play a land. They have nothing else. Clan Shaman again? Annoying. So we're getting hit for 5. Clan Shaman can clear my board. I have to sacrifice 3 artifacts to get that done. I guess I should have gone for the Glade Heart so I had more life gain. They're sacrificing 2. Will they sacrifice 3? They do. So we have 2 turns. Another Nectar Pot. Let's play a Wellspring. Another Wellspring. Play that. Final land. So I'll play the Nectar Pot. Play the Blight Priest. Go to 8. Pass the turn. We need some sort of Deadly Dispute effect to redraw and then make use of things. Again, for 5, we go to 3. They have 5 minutes and 45 seconds on clock. They have the Galvanic. They got it done. Started to play faster after they saw the clock problems. Okay, let's go. I thought it was like pretty medium. Bring in the cast downs instead. Maybe I don't even need the cast downs. And just go maximum life gain mode again. Alright, we would like to play first. This is fine. Swamp and pass. We can Deadly Dispute our Heaped Harvest for ramp, which is kind of sweet. Our opponent plays a land. But another Deglamour. I'll pick up the Swamp. I guess this turn I probably want to just go Heaped Harvest and then next turn double Deglamour them. Play a Wellspring. Maybe it's worth it to just, let's see. Did not find a land. Yeah, let's Heaped Harvest. Grabbing a forest. I think I want to get rid of this black land. Let's start with Deadly Dispute on the Heaped Harvest. Grab another black land. Okay, we found another land. So I can either... I think I just want to Deglamour your land. See what happens. That worked, okay. And then we'll Deglamour your other land. They play the land again. They redrew it. And then we have double Blight Priest. So let's just play those out. Did not find any land drops, so not worth doing anything else. They kill the Blight Priest with the Galvanic Blast. Plays a Refurbished Familiar. Let's get rid of an Arboreal Grazer. Plays a land. Play a Nectar Pot. Got the Offshoot, pass the turn. What are they going to do here? 2 mana. Red, blue. They meant to be using black, I think, for Deadly Dispute on the Wellspring. They Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. So Deglamouring their lands has not been very useful. Plays another Mistvault Bridge. Attacks for 2. Weird. Find a Gladeheart. Play my offshoot. Play my Gladeheart. Gonna attack you for 4. Now I'm super soft to a Core Clan Shaman, so I just kind of have to hope they don't have it. We play Great Furnace, 6 cards in hand. There's a Nile Spellbomb. Core Clan Shaman. Fair enough. I'm gonna quit. We'll go to round 5. Round 5. We're gonna mulligan this 1 land, unfortunately. This hand is a lot better. I suppose we can just get rid of the Blood Fountain. We're looking to get into the Deadly Dispute situation. Our opponent mulliganed to 5. So some sort of combo deck, maybe Land Destruction. Hopefully not Land Destruction. Great Furnace. They're a burn deck. Can I beat a burn deck with my super duper life gain deck? I hope so. Snow-Covered Forest is our first play. They play a Synthesizer, finding a Blast Runner. They have the land for the Blast Runner. Gets in. We take 2. Okay, we can play... I mean, I could snuff out the Blast Runner right now and play the Wellspring. Or I could snuff out the Tomb Raider. Let's go land. Play the Wellspring. Draw a card. Pass the turn. So which one's going to be dealing me the most damage? They Kuldotha Rebirth into the Bushwhacker. They mulligan to 5, and they have the absurd start. Okay, GG. You got me. 2 free. Cannot beat that. What a game. That was absurd. Okay, Arms of Hadar coming in over the snuff outs. And I think that's all I can really do. Unbelievable. Wow. That was crazy. Okay, here we go. I'm going to keep this. So we have Grazer into land. Turn 2, we can Eviscerator's Insight it or something. And start trying to gain some life. Putting blockers on the table that they have to start bolting. And then just try to accrue value slowly. Opponent mulligans to 6. Are they going to have the absurd start again? Who knows? Okay, here we go. Land, Grazer. And put a swamp into play. They have a Blast Runner on turn 1. Okay, Nectar Pod, Rot Farm, pick up the land. Your turn. We're starting the life gain. So I wonder if I want to play the Blight Priest first and then play the land, or just Gladeheart and play the land, because that'll give me 3 life. Probably should just play the Gladeheart, to be honest, just to stall. They find a mountain off a Synthesizer, plays a Tomb Raider. We have the blocks. They can't attack. We also have Arms of Hadar. I think I'm going to save that, though. Play the Gladeheart here. Play the Swamp. Gain 3 life. Your turn. We're at 24. So if I can't beat the burn deck with my life gain tribal deck, then what am I really doing, right? Kuldotha Rebirth for the opponent. We will not be blocking unless they just go Blaster or Bushwhacker here. Then I can block. They're attacking for 5. Okay. I guess I could have thrown the Grazer in front of that thing. Gets rid of my 1/3. I'll get rid of all your creatures. We will attack you for 2. When it goes to 18. Fortunately, I didn't have a land drop. They play Implement of Combustion. Cracks it for just 1 damage to draw a card. They have 1 mana left over. Plays a mountain. 3 cards in hand. Epicure, okay. They have 2 artifacts. They cannot currently Galvanic something. Let's play the Wellspring and then draw 3 cards. So it's a total of 4 cards for 2 cards. Visitor's Insight. Looking for lands here. On a Jotty Offshoot. No lands. I'll attack you. If they want to trade Epicure and a Galvanic just to kill my Gladeheart, that's fine. They could always just blast the Gladeheart with the Galvanic in the first place. They're going to discard a mountain. 3 cards in hand. Plays another Implement of Combustion. Sacrifices it. Back to 3 cards in hand and 2 men in play. Another Epicure. We're at 15. Plays a land. Can I find a land? Get in for 1. I'm just going to block. Man, I didn't find a land again. So let's try Wellspring off of our black mana. There we go. Play Jotty Offshoot. Play the Growth Chamber. Gain 3 life. We'll pick up a land. Play the grazer. Put the land back onto the table. Womp. Gain 3 more life. Love it. And we'll attack you for 2. They discard a land to the blood token. Alright. So currently we have 6 mana. We win! Okay. Can we win on the draw, though? I don't know. We'll try. I feel like Arms of Hadar is pretty good there. Let's try it again. Well, we have the Arms of Hadar. We can ramp on turn 3. I think I should mulligan. They're keeping 7 this time. Imagine what they can do with 7 after they crush me with 5 cards. Let's mulligan. Okay. That's bad. Mulligan again. Oh, we're dead. Oh, we're super dead. Oh, God. Okay. We're mulliganing to 0. Mulligan to 3. Okay. Keep, I guess. This one, this one, this one, this one. Play a land. Pass the turn. Our opponent led off with a Blast Runner into Synthesizer. They didn't find a land. I could have totally kept my first hand there. Wrecked. We have a Wellspring. Jotty Offshoot is good. You can Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. You play a Tomb Raider. Gets in for 3. Ouch. Find a Bojuka Bog. Let's start with Deadly Dispute on the Wellspring. Finding a land. So I think I Bojuka Bog them. And then... oh, I could have played the Offshoot there. Oh well, I'll pass the turn. So now I'm going to go Offshoot into land into Heaped Harvest. Tomb Raider for the opponent. They've got 5 power. I'm trying to find some things that gain me life. I have 4 mana in play. Plays a land. Okay, Jotty Offshoot. Play a land. Play Heaped Harvest. Gets another land into play. And then I'll play my Grazer. Get another land into play. Go to 14 life. Your turn. I feel like I want to block with the Grazer, but I don't know if I want to block with the Offshoot. They crack the Synthesizer. Do they find the Bushwhacker? They find a Kuldotha Rebirth, and they don't have another artifact to sacrifice. Just have a bunch of 1-powered Tomb Raiders. Oh no! They play the Synthesizer. Finding a Fire Blast. Do they want to ruin all of their mana? Okay, now I'm feeling like, let's just block. See what happens. Can we find the Arms of Hadar and actually win on a mull to 2? Mull to 3. I cannot believe that happened. Oh man. Okay. Doot. Arms of Hadar, you. That sucks. And let's just go ahead and gain some more life. Okay. That was sweet. Grab a swamp. Pass the turn. We're at 16. Now I need to draw cards. I need to draw some cards. Okay, they have nothing. Awesome. I will play a Blight Priest. And then I'm going to play the Rot Farm and pick it back up, because that'll just give me some life. And drain them 1. Picking up the Rot Farm will give me another land drop next turn to keep draining them and gaining life. Sort of why I'm playing so many Rot Farms and bounce lands and stuff. Let's pass. They killed my creature. Fair enough. Synthesizer for the opponent. Finds a Great Furnace. Okay. 2 cards in hand. I can't believe that happened. Oh man. They killed my life gain creature. No. Can I find another one? Not yet. Let's play this Heaped Harvest out. Get another land. Sacrifice the Heaped Harvest, going to 20 life. Get yet another land into play. And we'll pass. Holding on to the Rot Farm. They sacrifice their Synthesizer, so they'll get a 2/2. Finds a Goblin Blast Runner. Pretty good. Okay, they have a 2/2 and a 3/2 basically. Okay, more Heaped Harvests. Just putting lands into the play. We will soon have no lands left on our deck to get. Get another land, going to 23 life. 2 basics left. Pass the turn. I really need a way to draw cards. I need Synthesizers. Or not Synthesizers. I need Wellspring into Deadly Dispute. We have 7 Dispute effects and 3 Wellsprings left over. After cracking the synthesizer, they found a Kuldotha rebirth, so they could crack their Great Furnace for the Kuldotha. We have to throw the Grazer in front of the Samurai. They Kuldotha. They have a bunch of power. Can we rip another Arms of Hadar? We did not. But we can Gladeheart and gain some life. And we'll pick that Rot Farm right back up past the turn. Pretty funny. This has been very strange. They play an Implement of Combustion. That gives them another card draw, turns us back into a 3-2. They've drawn so many cards. They kill my Gladeheart. We cannot pay. Take a bunch of damage. It's 5-8 damage. We got a 13. Find a Blood Fountain. That's pretty good. Pretty good. So then what do I want to even get back? I think I just want to get back my creatures that gave me life. So Blood Fountain getting back Offshoot Gladeheart. Play the Offshoot. Play the Gladeheart. Gain 3 life. Woohoo! Alright, we're still alive. Making our opponent's life miserable. Pick up the land again. Pass the turn. This has been pretty sweet. Okay, we have 2 blockers for the 2/2s. I have a 2/2 that can kill this if they attack with it, or kill some goblin tokens if they can make this have menace. They grenade on the Gladeheart, so they can get in for 5. I'll block the 2/2s. If I find a Deadly Dispute effect, I can sacrifice the blood token. We're at 11. Okay, play the Wellspring, draw a card. I'm on Deadly Dispute. Another Heaped Harvest. Play the Heaped Harvest. Get another land. Is that our last land? There's 2 lands left. We'll go to 12. Heaped Harvest again. Go to 13. And then 16. And then play a Rot Farm. Oh, and then I think I'm just going to pick that back up. All good. Pass the turn. This is fun. We're at 17. It's even better than a Weather the Storm deck. We're just sitting here turtling up. This has been my favorite game of... Oh no, they took out my life gain creature. Ah, darn. Grenaded me out. Now we're in problematic position. Oh, guess what? We got another life gain creature. Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. The frustration from the other side. Okay. Gain some life. Take the Rot Farm back up. Pass the turn. Okay, did they have any more burn spells for my Gladehearts? Plays a land, that's not a burn spell. They're passing. Oh yeah. So, we found the Eviscerer's Insight for the Wellspring. Find the Blight Priest. Play a Nectar Pod. Play a Blood Fountain. Get back some creatures. Gladeheart, Blight Priest. Play the Blight Priest or the Gladeheart. I think I'll play the Gladeheart. Gain some life. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is how I drew it up. It's awesome. Pick up a land. I'll just go ahead and pass the turn, I guess. No big deal. Okay, they've got a Bushwhacker. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. We can block this goblin and this goblin. Take 8. I'm certainly not going to be blocking with my Gladehearts. They're very important to me. Alright. Blight Priest. Play another Blight Priest. Play a land. Drain you. We're going to gain 5 life and drain you 6. Zoom. Pick up the Rot Farm. Deadly Dispute the blood token. Then I'm going to Eviscerer's Insight the other blood token from hand, from the graveyard. Just in case I draw something else. Find a Gladeheart and a Wellspring. I think I can just pass. I have a second Rot Farm here, so now I can play the Rot Farm and pick up a basic. It's an Implement of Combustion. I can make this a 3/2 again. I suppose I shouldn't F6 because I have the Insight that I can use to sacrifice my Blight Priest if they try to bolt it. Woohoo, we win! Amazing! What a match! That was a good close to the league. I hope you stuck around. I'm gonna have to write that in the comments. Make sure to watch round 5. That was sweet. So, we ended up 2-3. We got absolutely crushed by a few decks, and we were able to stick it to burn, which always feels good. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thanks again, Alan, and we'll see you in the next one.